Hello, everybody. It is Monday, and this is the last day of March, and we have knocked this one in the head. And not only that, we have a lot happening as the month winds down. Man, do I have a lot to talk to you about in the fishing report today. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Welding. It's ultimately the use of lightning to fuse metals and steel together. And at Wanchi's Metalworks, that's what they do best. Specializing in marine fabrication and repair on sport and commercial fishing vessels, Wanchi's Metalworks does fuel tank fabrication, rod racks, rocket launchers, T-tops, towers, struts, rudders, trim tabs, and green sticks, just to name a few. They also do interior and exterior handrails and stainless kitchen work too. Whether it's MIG, TIG, or arc welding, Wanchi's Metalworks does it all. They're the realest of the real when it comes to metal and steel. Wanchi's Metalworks, 102 CB Daniels Road, Wanchi's.
Boasting phenomenal seafood dishes, a great menu, and waterfront views with deck seating, Striper's Bar and Grill at the Shallowbag Bay Marina in Manio serves a casual, fun-filled dining experience with an Outer Banks flair. With 3 floors to choose from, you're bound to find the perfect seat for you and yours while enjoying great food and fantastic drinks. To see our menu and to catch a glimpse of the beautiful views, go online to stripersbarandgrill.com. Striper's Bar and Grill at the Shallowbag Bay Marina in Manio, where everyone's a VIP.
This is a fishing report with several first in it, first species catches of the season. And we always start with the offshore stuff, and man, there's a lot to talk about there. One of the first, that's the first of the first. We saw some of the first wahoo of the year being caught over the weekend down off Hatteras, so that's great. Hatteras is the wahoo capital of the world, and as we get more into the summer, it's not uncommon for them to catch double figures. So meaning 10 or more per boat per day on a good day of wahoo fishing. They are the best at knowing how to do that. Bluefins are still down there. The schooling size bluefins seem to be down on the south end of Diamond Shoals, the south side. And then they had some king mackerel. They've had some blackfin tuna. It's just been a good bite down there. And then we work our way around the tip of Diamond Shoals and get up off Oregon Inlet. We still have the giant bluefins frolicking along out there in the Gulf Stream. But here's something really, really interesting. Yesterday, boats were heading offshore. Actually, both days of the weekend, boats were heading offshore to go all out there the full, we call it 35 miles to the edge of the Gulf Stream and go looking for those giant bluefins. And they ran into the schooling size bluefins, the 100 to 200 pounders, halfway out. And so they ended up catching them till the people's arms got tired, releasing them all, and then going on offshore to do their complete package, looking for the giant, the fish up and over 500 pounds. But in addition to that, here's some good news. Another first. I think we might have had one of our first limits of yellowfin tuna caught yesterday with one of the, I think it was Barry Daniels in the Oregon Inlet offshore fleet. So all that really, really good. Lots of bluefin tuna. They're still hanging around. I don't know why. Well, I do know it's got to be because there's plenty for them to eat out there. And keep in mind that a 500-pound bluefin tuna eats 15-pound big bluefish like gumdrops, and that's one of their favorite things to eat as well. I did see a report over the weekend of another great white shark being caught and released on a smaller boat. That's 2 great whites that have been caught on the Outer Banks in the last 10 days or so. Backing into the surf, this is where a lot of other stuff happened. The first pompano of the year caught on Hatteras Island, some of the first pompano. The drum is the big story. Down on Ocracoke, yearlings and puppy drums, and there might even be bigger than yearlings. The pictures I saw look like yearlings. Hatteras, Cape Point had a few of the big ones, and everywhere is having some puppy drum. This is all surf fishing, and I'm talking about, but there's more to it than that. Now we're seeing the first sea mullet of the season showing up. There was a good bite on Jeanette's Pier. There's been some down around ramp 27, ramp 38. Sea mullet bite is on the increase. And we love that because they're crowd pleasers, great to eat. And, that just gives you an idea. Things are firing up. A lot of sharks, a lot of small sharks, but all in all, it's pretty good. So we'll take a little break right here, and I got a lot to tell you about in the backcountry report as well. So stay where you're at, and I'll be right back.
Looking for adventure? Head to Pirates Cove Marina in Manio, where exciting charter fishing meets waterfront vibes. Whether you're a seasoned angler or first-timer, enjoy offshore, nearshore, and inlet trips with expert crews and quality boats. Need fuel? Pirates Cove offers diesel and non-ethanol gas. Need rods, reels, bait, tackle, and marine supplies? Pirates Cove has that too. Visit their ship store for premium sunglasses, exclusive Pirates Cove gear, and unique gifts. After your trip, relax with snacks, cold drinks, and stunning marina views. Book your charter today at fishpiratescove.com or stop by for a day of adventure, shopping, and relaxation. Catch the big one and make unforgettable memories at Pirates Cove Marina in Manio.
All right, so here's what we know about the sound fishing. The puppy drum bite that we've been talking a little bit about on the western Pamlico has now moved all the way across the sound. So there are some puppy drum being caught on the western side and the eastern side. Back at Hatteras Island, some of our guide boats down there have done really well on some fish in most of the size ranges. I saw yearlings, I saw slot-sized puppy drum down there. They also have caught a few bluefish, and numerous places in the sound over the weekend are seeing some big sheephead, and that's that black and white striped fish, and really, really good eating member of the porgy family, kind of cousin to a red snapper. So really good hard fighting and off to an early start. This is great news because over the last 3 years, the sheephead population, or at least the sheephead reports of catches, has done nothing but get better and better and better. One of my favorite fish, that's the fish I grew up. It's probably the fish that made me become a professional fisherman. I loved going sheephead fishing. You got to be really quick. An old timer on the bridge told me one time when I was learning to sheephead fish, the trick is you have to be able to jerk right before they bite. So that's the trick to catching a sheephead. If you're going, you got to be that quick. You got to know to jerk just before they bite. So anyway, that's all there is on that. We had big bluefish in the sound, and there was a fair number of speckled trout, and they were not small, caught in the sound as well over the weekend. And then we know that up on the other sound, the Albemarle Sound, Alligator River up that way, there's some rockfish being caught. There's probably some being caught around Mans Harbor too, but I just have not heard of a report about that. And the only negative thing I have in what's left of the report is a little bit of a slowdown on that largemouth bass fishing. The two people that have been reporting back to me with these bountiful catches said it was kind of slow over the weekend. Don't know why. Maybe that bite is over. All in all, that fishing had been really, really good in the early part of last week. Some of the best largemouth bass fishing I've heard of in a long time. So there are other things. We know that there's been a few ribbon fish caught back at Hatteras as well. There's other things I didn't have time to get too deep into, but as the water starts warming up now, we're getting ready to get into a great April of fishing, and I do hope you'll take the time to get all your gear together, shop in your local tackle shops where you'll get free local knowledge and go wet a line. I also hope that you have a blessed day.